Hello there, I'm MasterDalK, as it says right over there, and I'm going to be doing my first cast request. It's a thing that I'm starting up now, and basically, you as a viewer can send me a replay to the email that's scrolling by right now, MasterDalK@gmail.com, without the E in MasterDalK, it's Gmail. Anyways, so you send me the replay, and then I'll cast it and put it up onto the YouTube channel, NozzGamingChannel. Well, you probably know that as you're watching it right now. It doesn't get streamed out live, as usually times of replays can be very because like I wouldn't want to do like a 10-minute replay or even a 20-minute replay, because then it's like usually no one wants to watch something live if it's only like 20 minutes, right? So this first one was sent to me by one of the other members of Team O Gaming, Halcyon, or Hallie. I'm going to say Halcyon. Bro, if I said your name wrong, I'm very, very sorry. It's going to be a ZVP on Daybreak. So, let's get into the game. It's going to be a replay. Don't know when this was played. Probably pretty recent. Either way, it wasn't broadcasted ever, because it seems to look like just a random ladder game. And that's the great thing about cast requests, is that if it's just a random ladder game and like you just want to be casted, go ahead, send me the replay. Okay, so let's get into the game. On the top right hand corner of Daybreak, we have from Team O Gaming is Halcyon, or Halcyon. Whoopsies. There we go, Halcyon. And over on the other part of the map, we have Jack Attack. Now, some of you may know Jack Attack beforehand. He does do a lot of hotkey based stuff. That's basically oh. Okay, there we go. So, looks like Halcyon is going to be going for a 14-14 build, which is pretty usual. Jack Attack's going to be going for a gateway build. I don't know, maybe Halcyon was set to random, or Jack Attack just does what I do sometimes in a PvZ, where I just forget that I'm playing a Zerg. So either way, Jack Attack's going to be going for a gateway first build. Halcyon going full first, which does allow to get those early Zerglings out just a little bit faster. A lot of Zergs do favor that cool first one going for 14-14, so that just in case their opponent blocked off with a pylon, the first 4 Zerglings are there to get rid of it right away. Halcyon drops down his Hatchery now. Jack Jack going to be getting his first Zealot Assimilator finishing up for the Cybernetics, for that is inevitable as a Protoss player, so that you can get that Warp Gate usage unless you're playing mono battles and you're going for like carriers. You still need the cast stuff. First Zealot is out, and it looks like he's not doing anything orthodox at the moment. He is walling off in his name. First 4 Zerglings are out for Halcyon, and he's just going around the map. So far pretty quiet. No one has seen each other. Jack Attack playing this pretty blindly, but then again, Halcyon is doing the exact same thing. He doesn't know even if the natural hasn't taken, which it hasn't as of yet. Warp Gate now on the way, and units getting chrono boosted out of that gateway. And now it looks like Jack Attack wants to expand now, as he is banking up enough minerals for it. Halcyon going for a fast third base. Pretty ballsy, as he does not know anything about Jack Attack at the moment. Nexus now getting thrown down. Halcyon just going around the map with his Zerglings, trying to see what he can see, and he's now arriving at the natural, and sees that the Nexus is now getting up, and will begin to attack it. 2 Stalkers and 2 Zealots out at the moment. Another gateway on the way now, and it looks like Jack Attack wants to defend his Nexus against 2 Zerglings. Oh, those 2 Zerglings could have done so much damage to the shields of that Nexus. Shields that could be regenerated, but still damage nonetheless, as it does allow for damage dealt points, if they even have that. 2 Extractors on the way for Halcyon. So it looks like he's going to be transitioning into the Roach play, because he is getting both of those gas geysers. Usually if you are going for Banelings, then you'd only have 1 gas, as you only need that for the moment. The third base is up as well for Halcyon, and he's going to be ahead by a lot economically. Harvester count pretty close, and actually favored by Jack Attack by 1, and never mind, Halcyon just spiking up now. And yes, indeed, it will be a Roach Warren on the way for our Zerg player on the right-hand side of this map. These are going to see the Stalker. Will they get the Stalker? Oh my god, the shields are gone, and it's in the red, and it dies with 3 Zerglings remaining for Halcyon. Amazing move, making him lose a Stalker. Two more gas geysers being taken for Halcyon, which is pretty normal, so that he can increase his Roach production. +1 missile attacks and metabolic boost now on the way. Zerglings still being pesky, running around the entire map. Jack Attack still playing this extremely blindly. Halcyon kind of blind in this map as well. Pretty quiet at the moment. The lull reconstitution on the way to increase the movement speed of Roaches. That helps ever so much. Will Jack Attack follow the teachings of Ongren the Templar from the Doom of Prime? Will he and then go Blink Stalker? Second Assimilator now finishing up. That's pretty late, especially even if he is going a pretty gateway heavy build. Macro Hatch on the way for Halcyon now to increase and allow for better macro. And it looks like Jack Attack will be expanding and taking his third base now. Jack Attack actually loading a lot of minerals. Nope, it looks like he was just waiting for that next round of units. Take a look at the unit tab. 52 to 47 in favor of Halcyon, but he should probably make use of this third base just a little bit more. It's kind of undersaturated at the moment. This game has been pretty passive for both of these players. No tech past cybernetics core yet. It's pretty odd. Usually a robotics facility or a Twilight Council is out, and it looks like Jack Attack will be pushing out with Stalkers and Zealots. 14 Stalkers, 20 Zealots. That's a lot of Zealots. Let's look at army supply. It's 79 to 68 in favor of reserves, of course. Worker supply, in fact, in favor of our Protoss player. +2 missile attacks on the way. Jack Attack not even having a forge, so he does not have those upgrades that his opponent Halcyon does have. And it looks like they're just going to be waiting in the middle of the map at the moment. Third base is up. Oh, and look at that. Jack Attack will be pushing in. Halcyon is able to sandwich his opponent in a way of gigantic concave on his opponent. All the Zealots are dying right now. Oh, look at this. It's just Stalkers left against a ton of Roaches, and Halcyon is able to get rid of these quite easily. Jack Attack supply is plummeting right now. And it looks like Halcyon will be pushing on towards his opponent now. More Roaches streaming across the map as well. It looks like Halcyon will be waiting on those reinforcements. 52 drones to 61 probes. That's a really big lead for our Protoss player. And again, he's playing this completely blindly. He has no idea what's going on at all outside of his bases. And now Halcyon's coming up the ramp. There's very little army for Jack Attack, and these mass roaches are coming in. Now on hold position, they're firing on all of the Zealots, killing all of them with ease. These Stalkers are just barren without any kind of buffer and no sentries at all. And all of that army just gets decimated. And now OGHalcyon has some army in the main base. Oh, and the Nexus does in fact go down now. All of those probes died as well. Jack Attack with a 90 supply deficit at the moment. The entire second base is dead, but oh, look at all of these gateways. But it doesn't matter anymore, as Halcyon has arrived with a huge bank of resources, so he can instantly rematch a huge, or at least get a huge army if he needs to. A bunch of Zealots and Stalkers were working at the third base, and now showing up Halcyon also with some Roaches at the third base of Jack Attack. And these just mass roach composition of our Zerg player is just decimating all of Jack Attack's units. No sentries either for a Guardian Shield or Force Shield. Makes it a lot easier for Halcyon as well. The third base goes down as well, and it looks pretty bad for Jack Attack now. More and more Roaches are getting streamed down to Jack Attack's base. All the Roaches in the main do get cleaned up for now. And that is GG from Jack Attack. And Halcyon takes this game. So that was... Oops. Excuse me. So that was cast request number 1. It was a replay, and it's... The thing about cast request is that it doesn't even have to be like a game from a tournament. It can just be a random ladder game that you'd like to see casted. Maybe you're too lazy to analyze it yourself. So anyways, that was OG's Halcyon versus Jack Attack. Halcyon winning. So that was cast request number 1. If you have a replay you'd like me to cast, just send them to the email that always happens to scroll by when I'm saying this line. It's right down there. It won't get streamed live, it just goes up onto the YouTube channel, NozzGamingChannel, which is all the way down here on the bottom of your screen. NozzGamingChannel. Follow me on Twitter at MasterDalK, as I'll usually say when the cast request gets posted onto YouTube or when I'm going to be casting something live on my stream. That was cast request number 1, and I'm MasterDalK, signing off.